So I got some fantastic news. I went to my retro game store today because I had to go see if my Blade 2 copy was either the game wasn't working or it was my Xbox that was having troubles. Now I didn't think it was my Xbox, but I opened it just in case, cleaned off the sensor, tried some games that I know are kind of scratched, that have worked in the past, weren't really working, so I was like, maybe it's my Xbox. But I did try it on my 360, and Blade 2 is a backwards compatible game for the 360. So I took it into the game store, they said it wasn't working, which is good. That means I send it back, get it from the dude. But I got some awesome stuff while I was there. Now I'm going to nerd out on you a little bit. I got Spider-Man 1 and 2, which Spider-Man 1 on the original Xbox is the definitive version. Not that PlayStation 2 is bad, just Spider-Man 1, original Xbox, comes with Kraven the Hunter mission, which I absolutely love. One of my favorite boss fights in the game. But then I got something that's real bad mamma jamma, and that's probably why you clicked on the video today. Boom! The Punisher! The greatest superhero game made. Close. It's not the best ever, but it's up there, baby. It's up there with Ultimate Alliance. Ultimate Alliance, in my opinion, is like peak. But the Punisher is very, very close. And the moment this game turns on, it is just electrifyingly good. I mean, your balls suck in, your hair sticks straight out, and you know you're having a good time. You get sat down and you hear Thomas Jane's voice. Yes, Thomas Jane from the 2004 Punisher is a voice actor in this game. And you sit down at a little interrogation table, and you got these cops talking to you, and it's decent voice acting for once in an old video game. That is one of the worst parts of old video games. They're always like, "Hi, Jim, how are you? I am in trouble." No, it's just like actually pretty decent. Like, is it Oscar worthy? No, it's a superhero game from the 2000s. Come on, like, fuck yourself. But no, this game comes in, has some pretty decent voice acting. It has this opening intro where he's shooting people in the face, and then he's sitting at the interrogation desk, and you're like, this is a Punisher game, and it's like 3 weeks earlier. And you get put in, yeah, it's like, alright, run up and grab a dude. You grab a dude and you're fucking choking him out right away because he's about to kill this prostitute. And you're like, you can't kill the prostitute. This isn't Grand Theft Auto. I'm the Punisher, baby. I save lives. So you're choking him out, just got him like yeeted. And then like it just like puts you in the action right away. Like the gameplay you're seeing like behind me right now is like shortly after the chokeout scene. I had just picked up a shotgun. I was running through, it's like, here's a shotgun, have fun. I picked up the shotgun, got some pistols, and I was just like, into the action. And the gameplay of this game, if you cannot tell, is very, very reminiscent of Max Payne, but it is not a ripoff. Now, it took the third-person shooter ideas, added in, like, some little twists here and there, but it has decent controls for being a 2000 game. Now, the look around is a little bit quick. I wish I could turn the sensitivity down just a little bit, because it's like, It's like when you like go to pop your neck and you like sprain something too far. That's kind of how the looking around looks at times. But for the most part, the looking around looks really good. The reason that Max Payne has got away with being a timeless game for so long is just because of the bullet time. Let's not kid ourselves. That game plays janky as hell, but the bullet time keeps you like, oh man, this feels fun. You're like, I'm gonna shoot some people in the pussies. Pussy pop, pussy pop, pussy pop. And like, when I jumped into this, I was expecting it to be a lot more janky, so the fact that the gameplay is fluid, and like, the interrogation shit is so good! Like, you're smashing people's heads on the ground, you're punching them in the fucking gut, in the side, and like, oh my god, like, you look at like the brutalization, like the special interrogations. I'll throw one up right here. I'll give you a little treat, a little snippet, just enough to like flick the tip of your penis and make you want to go get an old video game console to play this. Like this one right here is with a saw, dude. And he's like, oh, I'll tell you what you need to know. And he's like, no, I won't. Yes, I will. And then he tells you, and you're like, still, fuck you, scumbag. And then you like ram his head, and it does this stylistic black and white thing, which if you have a PC, go play this game emulated, because people have gone out into the source code and they have gotten the original like animations of this. You want those original gores, baby. You do not want to be fucking around with any like visual stuff that they had to do, because they didn't originally have this. So what they had was the original animations, which showed all the gore and stuff until they went to get their ratings. Now, if your game gets rated A for adult, your game is dead in the water. It is not going to sell copies. Consoles will not carry your game. You basically end up on a shelf with hentai games. And back in the 2000s, that's where games, like, that's still where games go to die, but, like, it was even more of a death sentence back then, because, like, not as many people had PC gaming. Now, like, they went back, they fixed that, and they made sure that it was able to be released, to be released to the general public, and it still got banned in a bunch of countries. That is something that is fantastic to know, and a really good tidbit is some pussy-ass countries got a hold of this game, bro, and they were like, oh, this is too violent. Too fucking violent. We are pussies. We don't like having fun. We sit inside and have sex with robots. It was bullshit. They shouldn't have fucking ever banned this game from. It makes me sad that there was places that never grew up with this in their childhood. Now, like, I got it later in my, like, I was like 15 because my mom was like, you can't play any of them games, and I'm like, all right, bet. But like, when I got a hold of this game and Manhunt were so good. And, like, this is one of those games that, like, the gore, the style, because, like, the style of this game, it's not, this game holds up a lot better than, like looks-wise than Max Payne because of the style that they used. They used a kind of a comic booky style, which really counteracted considering this was supposed to be, like, the movie tie-in game when it has nothing to do with the movie. It's stylistically its own thing. It's based off the comic books. It looks like the comic books. It's got the voice of Thomas Jane, so it has that tie in the movie there. But it's one of those games like Wind Waker, where Wind Waker really took that style and ran with it and made it timeless. I can see parts of that in here. Now, isn't it as good as Wind Waker? Absolutely not. But it still has a stylistic look. It's like looking at, like, the Michelangelo paintings when there's a naked bitch up there, right? It's never an attractive naked bitch, but you're still looking at them titties. Like, you still want to see them titties, you want to, like, admire those titties, but you probably wouldn't titty fuck those titties, you know what I mean? And this game kind of is there. Oh, you still titty fuck those titties. I know, you're watching my content, you're a dog, but, like, this game kind of embodies that, and to really double down on that, this game came with the manual, and bro, all the pages were sticky. I don't know who, like, looked at it, they opened the book, they're like, War Journal! It's the Punisher War Journal! And they were stroking so hard and got this shit all sorts of fucking sticky. Like, that made me uncomfortable right away, because, like, as much as I like brutality and violence, I've never once been watching Saw and thought, you know, I'm gonna whip out my penis now. That's what I'm gonna do. Or, like, I'm, like, playing the Punisher and I'm like, time to whip out my penis. That has never crossed my mind, so the fact that these pages are sticky really worries me. That there is some psychopath out there who jerked off to the Punisher. You have issues, my friend. But anyways, it's one of these games that I truly admire, I truly love. Every moment of gameplay in this game is worth it. It's gory, it's brutal, and it has replayability value too, because, like, you jump back into the old missions and you have all the weapons that you've unlocked in later missions. So, like, the first mission you can go through it with a fucking Uzi, which you didn't have in the first mission. So it's got that replayability value that I really love in games, where, like, that New Game Plus vibes. And, like, that's the type of stuff that I miss in old games. And, like, I haven't really looked into cheats and stuff yet, so, like, I don't know if it has that type of stuff going for it. But all in all, The Punisher, the game for original Xbox, PlayStation 2, is an absolute masterpiece, and you need to play it. Like, I played it back in the day as a kid, so I have beat the game, and just booting it up again, and my nipples are hard, and I'm playing hard. You know what I mean? I'm fucking going, bah, bah, bah. Get out of my way, pussies. I'm Max Payne the Punisher. You know, it's just fucking fantastic. So leave me a comment. Have you played this game? Are you gonna play it? And as always, stay idiots, my friend.